So Evetech, big shout out to them, sent over some awesome Corsair wireless products, like the best gaming lapboard setup that you can get. We're gonna do this review on them today, but you can find the products in the links in the description if you want to purchase them. So basically it's about the Corsair wireless Dark Core clutch mouse, which is awesome. We've also got the K63 Corsair wireless keyboard, which is dope. And then we've got the lapboard that goes specifically with that keyboard. So it's a really, really legit, beautiful wireless setup. Let's discuss. People might be asking themselves, I've got a desktop PC, it's got plugged in with the keyboard and the mouse, and you're like, why would I want a wireless setup with the lapboard? And to those people I say, shut your damn mouth. Wireless is the future. So let's touch on the individual products before we kind of talk about them as a whole and how they work together. And let's start off with the Dark Core clutch mouse, because this thing is awesome and it's definitely one of the best wireless mouses I've ever tried. So it features a 16,000 dpi sensor with 1,000 hertz polling rate and a 1 millisecond 2.4 gigahertz wireless response time. Over a wireless connection, that's crazy. That's really, really good. It also has 4 programmable buttons, 2 on the top, 2 on the side, and then it's got a DPI switch and also the clutch toggle, which has been really, really well placed, at least in my hand. And whilst I'm not a professional gamer, I've already found like a whole myriad of uses for it in the different games. GTA 5 sniping, Counter-Strike, like it's super useful. The shape of this mouse is also super dope, at least for me. It's definitely targeted more towards palm grip players, but I feel like hybrid, people who use clutch and palm would also have a really good time using this. Also really dig the placement of the thumb lips on the left and right hand side. It adds great support for all that finger spillage. That's the term I'm gonna use, finger spillage. And you can also swap out the one on the right hand side for a different thumb lip, so that's pretty cool. On top of that, it offers you the option to connect via a very low latency Bluetooth connection. And then even beyond that, you can still connect with a wire. So in terms of connectivity, you're covered, but it's got a 24-hour battery life, mates, or claimed 24 hours. We got very, very far along on one charge. So I don't even think you'd really want to use it wired. So at 1,200 Rand, it's actually a really well-rounded mouse in terms of features, build quality, aesthetics, yada, 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 which I think is suited for casual or experienced gamers. There's also a Dark Core SE version that supports Qi wireless charging and a mouse pad that provides that wireless charging, but that costs an extra 1,300 Rand for that kit. And I'm like, nah, bruh. Nah, bruh, that's like a whole nother Dark Core. No, bruh, nay, bruh. Yes. The K53 wireless keyboard is also another great gaming peripheral from Corsair. So it's got a really hefty, robust, solid build that feels like it could withstand quite a bit of damage. The K53 features MX Cherry red switches, which are my personal favorite, and I also understand a lot of gamers like using those ones as well. So the keycaps themselves have a slight inwards curve, and they also slant downwards away from you, and they're also larger at the front than they are at the back. So this gives you this natural slide every time you press down on the key, which gives you virtually no lift resistance when you pull them back up. So that's pretty dope. Also, the spacebar has a really nice texture to it, which I'm crazy about, and using this thing for gaming, for typing, whatever, it was an incredibly pleasing experience. The K53 has a 10 keyless design, which basically means that there is no numpad whatsoever. But that makes sense personally for a gaming keyboard. Like, games don't usually find a function for the numpad. And also, I don't do any kind of productivity work where a numpad is useful, so I'm completely fine with that. What is cool though is that they have additional buttons built into the laptop for volume and media control, which is integrated really well and doesn't really interfere with the layout in any way. Lastly, the K53 is lit with blue LEDs, which you can toggle on and off at the press of a button, and it's well diffused, it looks great, and I like the color choice. The K53 also allows you to connect with a dongle with a really low latency wireless connection, and then also on top of that, you can still connect via Bluetooth, so all these connection options for your wireless devices is really, really dope. So we have one of the best possible wireless setups that you can get, courtesy of Evetech, big shout out. And you have to ask yourself, like, how can we make this better? How do we play this on our lap? With the damn Lapboard, that's how you do it. Sorry. The K53 Lapboard was made, as it is in the title, specifically for the K53 keyboard. Now, from first appearances, this thing is sleek, it's simple, it's sexy, it's well built, it's got a great design. The only thing that's worthy of note here, I feel, is that it's definitely on the heftier side of things. Like, it's pretty darn heavy. The mousepad's texture and size and placement is all done really well, and I feel like there's a decent amount of space. Some people might disagree because they have this long, like the man behind the camera now likes to swing his mouse over his entire table. But I think it's good for that kind of casual gaming vibe. If you're a PC master race, who wants the privileges of console gamers, you get to sit on their couch, then this is what you need to look into, mate. This is your golden goose, your savior, your Jesus Christ, bruv. Amen. This thing right here. Anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps it up. Anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this installment of Reality Check. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this awesome Corsair wireless setup, because I dig it. Also, let me know if you ever think you're gonna make the change from kind of gaming on your desk in front of your monitor to kind of like, you know, easing back a little bit and playing with the Lapboard, bro. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to hit subscribe, don't forget to hit that little bell icon so you can get notified when we upload new videos. And I'll catch you guys next week for another installment, or next time. And I'll catch you guys next time for another installment of Reality Check. Peace!